Here's a no-hype, hands-on style rundown of the 7 best gaming mice right now, ranked from good to truly elite, so it's easy to pick the one that fits the game's grip and workflow, without paying for features that won't help win more fights. Stick around to see why the top 3 feel like instant aim upgrades and which popular models might not be worth it for certain players or hand sizes. 7. Razer Basilisk V3. The Basilisk V3 is Razer's do-everything wired mouse with a comfortable right-handed shell, a thumb rest, and 10+1 programmable inputs. And that versatility shows up immediately in shooters and MOBAs where the multi-function trigger and layered bindings save clicks and time. The headline feature is Razer's HyperScroll tilt wheel, which flips between tactile steps and free spin, plus tilt inputs for quick weapon cycling or inventory scrubbing, useful in looter shooters and editing timelines alike. Under the hood, the Focus Plus class sensor delivers up to 26K DPI on the original V3, and the newer Focus Pro 35K variant climbs to 35K DPI with up to 750 IPS and 70G, keeping micro adjustments crisp even on low-sense cloth pads. Razer's optical switches eliminate electrical debounce and reduce double-click risk, while the Chroma Underglow gives that desk setup shine if lighting matters to the build. In day-to-day use, it feels like a productivity mouse disguised for games, profiles, layers, and that scroll wheel make it a solid hybrid for work and play. A few drawbacks surfaced in testing, especially for FPS purists. The weight, about 100 gram plus in the V3 wired line, makes it slower to flick than modern ultralights, and the large body can feel bulky for small hands or fingertip grip. The advanced features also lean on Synapse 3 Core, so if software is a turnoff, some of the wow fades. Number 6. Razer Naga V2 HyperSpeed. If MMOs or MOBAs are the main grind, the Naga V2 HyperSpeed's 19 programmable buttons and hyperscroll wheel deliver absurd access to skills, macros, and pings without moving off WASD, which is exactly why it's a long-running favorite in raid and arena circles. It uses Razer's Focus Pro 30K optical sensor for precise tracking and Gen 2 mechanical switches, and the battery endurance is a highlight, up to a claimed 400 hours depending on mode, which matched up with the long-use reputation this model has earned over time. The shape fills the hand, and the side grid is easier to differentiate by feel than it looks at first, so once the muscle memory locks in, rotation complexity actually drops. HyperSpeed Wireless is stable and snappy in-game, and the HyperScroll adds a versatile navigation layer for menus and long docks when not gaming. As an MMO-first tool, it's tough to beat the efficiency gain this form factor unlocks. The trade-offs are real, though. It's heavier and bulkier than streamlined FPS mice, and precision aim players may feel the inertia on rapid target switching. Plus, the dense side grid can be overkill and easy to misclick if a game doesn't reward that many binds. Fine for WoW, not ideal for TAC FPS mains. Price can also fluctuate widely, so value depends on catching it during a promo window rather than paying near list. Number 5. Endgame Gear Wired. The OP1 feels built for purists who want raw control, low weight, and clean clicks without layers of RGB or power management, and the first impression is how insanely light the 50.5 gram frame feels for a non-honeycomb shell. Endgame's implementation of the PixArt 3395 sensor with motion sync makes tracking feel locked at low sense, and the 1mm default LOD with software adjustment keeps liftoff behavior predictable across pads. Kale GX main switches were co-developed with Endgame and deliver a crisp short click. There's no mush here, and the TTC Silver encoder keeps the wheel consistent for weapon cycling. The hybrid skate system is surprisingly useful. Smaller skates pre-installed for speed, larger skates and sensor ring included for softer pads, and the bottom access lets switch swapping happen without peeling skates. The dry grip coating and flatter sides make it a natural fit for claw grips, with enough length for larger hands to avoid cramped fingertips. Being wired with a flexible FlexCord 5.0 means zero wireless overhead and no sleep-wake delays. Competitive players who hate power saving will appreciate that it's always at peak performance. The flip side is obvious: no wireless convenience, and the 1000 Hz polling cap may feel limiting to those chasing 4K, 8K ecosystems. Still, the baseline latency is excellent thanks to Endgame's analog click detection and STM32 MCU, keeping click latency under a millisecond in practice. 4. SteelSeries Aerox 3 2022. The Aerox 3 2022 wired hits a sweet spot for lightweight, fast handling, and daily driver utility, especially at 59 grams with a holy shell that cuts through microcorrections without overshooting. SteelSeries pairs a purpose-tuned TrueMove Core optical sensor with 100% virgin PTFE skates, so glide is glassy on cloth and hard pads, and control is predictable when tracking heads at medium sense. The Aqua Barrier IP54 rating is underrated. Dust, splash, and sweat resistance add durability in real-world desk setups where spills and crumbs happen, helping the golden micro IP54 switches live longer. The shape is a comfortable low-profile curve that doesn't fight fingertip or claw grips, and the soft super mesh USB-C cable minimizes drag for big horizontal swipes. 3-zone RGB offers readable lighting without being overly bright, and SteelSeries GG software is straightforward for DPI steps and binds. If wireless is non-negotiable, the Aerox 3 Wireless 2022 sits at 68 grams with up to 200-hour claims in 2.4 GHz or Bluetooth, retaining the same sensor ethos and IP54 protection, useful for couch gaming or laptop mobility without dragging a cable along. The Aerox 3 line is about speed and agility versus maximal features, so MMO grinders will want more side inputs, but for FPS and general gaming, the balance of weight, glide, and durability is excellent. Number 3. Corsair M75 Wired or Wireless Family. Corsair's M75 family offers a modern, simple shell with strong internals, and the choice between wired M75 as low as 74 grams with up to 8K polling, and M75 wireless, about 89 grams with 2.4 GHz slipstream Bluetooth, lets the setup match priorities. The Marksman optical sensor targets 26K DPI with 1 DPI adjustment, making it easy to dial in exact eDPI, and the consistent tracking holds up during long aim routines where sensor wander becomes obvious. In use, the feet are smooth, the click leaves feel tight, and the symmetrical shape doesn't pinch the ring finger, a common annoyance with some ultralights, making it comfortable across palm claw hybrids. The wireless model's battery life, up to 105 hours over 2.4 GHz, 210 ohms on Bluetooth with RGB off, is practical, and slipstream sub-1 memisec performance feels indistinguishable from wired in general play. If latency chasing is the sport, the wired M75's 8K polling option meaningfully reduces end-to-end variance on high refresh rigs. Compared to the M75 Air, a 60-gram ultralight, the standard M75 wireless is heavier but wins on features and endurance. That trade is worth it for most players, not min-maxing weight alone. Corsair's iQ is deep but can be heavy. Once profiles are set, onboard memory covers the rest, and the mouse itself stays out of the way, exactly what an AIM mouse should do. 2. Logitech G502 LIGHTSPEED. The G502 LIGHTSPEED is the Swiss Army knife of gaming mice, and while it's not the lightest at about 114 grams, plus optional weights up to 16 grams, it remains one of the most versatile and comfortable multi-genre mice available. The Hero 25K sensor is still a benchmark-tuned implementation with over 400 IPS tracking and 88G acceleration, making it absurdly reliable across pads and sensitivities with zero smoothing or filtering. The hyper-fast metal scroll wheel, dual-mode scroll, clutch-like thumb button, and generous side input layout turn weapon swaps, DPI shifts, and pings into muscle memory, which is why creators and gamers keep it on desk for both Premier Timelines and Apex Ranked. LIGHTSPEED Wireless feels wired, 1 millisecond report over 2.4 GHz, and compatibility with PowerPlay means truly never plug in if a charging mat is part of the setup. Battery life hits up to 60 hours with lighting off, which comfortably covers long sessions before any top-off. Despite the weight, the G502's balance spreads mass across the palm, so it doesn't feel like a brick in casual play. For pure aim training, it won't match sub-70-gram flick fluency, But the grip stability and long-form comfort offset that for a lot of players. For those who want one mouse to do everything, and do it well, this is still the default recommendation that rarely disappoints. Number 1. Logitech G Pro X Superlight line. G Pro X Superlight, Superlight 2. If aim is king, the Superlight series is the throne. A clean symmetrical shell under 63 grains on the original and about 60 grains on the Superlight 2, with feet that float, and a shape that disappears in claw or fingertip grip during micro-corrections. The original runs Hero 25K with 78er constant motion battery and ultra-stable light speed at 1000 Hz. The Superlight 2 upgrades to Hero 2 with up to 44K DPI, 888 IPS tracking, and optional 8K polling via receiver for those chasing the absolute minimum input variance on 360 plus Hz displays. In use, the difference shows up in high-speed micro-adjusts and target reacquisition. There's no extra weight fighting the hand, and the frictionless PTFE feet feel like a free speed buff on most pads. Battery life on SL2 is rated around 95 hours of constant motion, and the switch tech shifts to optical hybrid designs to reduce double-click risk while keeping a crisp, fast return. For competitive FPS, it's the one that makes everything else feel a bit extra, unless more buttons or a different shape is necessary. There are caveats to keep in mind. QC and switch discourse is common in enthusiast circles for many brands, Logitech included, but the current SL2 platform's specs and reliability profile are strong, and the fundamental ergonomics make it a safe pick for most hand sizes under a palm-only grip. If a larger, more contoured shell is preferred, pairing the G502 for work general and the Superlight for aim training is a popular two-mouse setup that covers everything. What to pick in one line? Need a feature monster for all genres? Choose the G502 LIGHTSPEED for its inputs, scroll, and battery ecosystem. It's the most versatile daily driver here. Need max aim confidence for FPS? Choose the G Pro Hex Superlight 2 for weight, Hero 2 tracking, and 8K option. It's the most invisible in hand. Need value ultralight with durability perks? Choose Aerox 3 2022 for weight, PTFE skates, and IP54 protection. It's a strong lightweight without the premium tax. Need MMO command center? Choose Naga V2 HyperSpeed for the 19-button layout and long wireless life. It's built for rotations and macros. Need wired, no-nonsense competitive control? Choose OP1 for 55 grands, PAL 3395 analog click detection, and swap-friendly switches.